Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited today to do the new Kulfi. This mascara is called the Badi Lash Mascara Volumizing Tubing Mascara. I picked up a couple other things from Kulfi. I've tried their concealer, it just wasn't for me, but I wanted to try some other products from them. I got the Kajal liner, and then I also got their lip staining lip oil as well. So we'll talk about those, but this review will be about the Badi Lash Mascara. The mascara is $28. It comes in only black. I'm going to open it here so you guys can see. This is what the brush looks like. I don't know if the camera's picking that up very well or not. Yeah, it looks like you guys can see it. It has kind of an interesting little spiky ball on top of it that kind of seems to be like the new look of like all the new mascaras that have come out. I know the one from Too Faced also kind of looks like that. I didn't pick up the Too Faced tubing mascara yet. I might. I'm kind of torn. The wand feels really cheap and plasticky, to the point where I just don't know if it's like, for me, it feels cheap plasticky. But more about this Badi Lash Mascara. It claims that it is smudge flake proof, no fallout, and that it's good for your lashes with oils and peptides. It also claims that you are going to get volume and length from root to tip, and that it removes easily with warm running water, which is kind of the benefit of tubing mascara. I'm not going to get too much into the difference between tubing mascara and regular mascara. I think I've gone over that enough on my channel, but I have pretty much completely moved to just tubing mascaras. Regular mascaras always have an issue with smudging or flaking or just hard removal, and I just don't want to deal with that. My eyes are sensitive and I have allergy prone eyes, so I just find tubing mascaras to be a better bet. I have all my makeup on already for the most part. I'm gonna put some lash primer because I always do. If you're not using lash primer, you guys are missing out, and you should be. It's conditioner, it's good for your lashes, and there's really no reason at this day and age that you can't find one that you like. But I'll be using the Jane Iredale one if you guys are curious. I'm gonna get my little body in here, make sure you can see me. I just do a little. I know some people like to do a lot when it comes to the primer. I don't. I think just a little bit. You're just putting conditioner on. It's no different than putting leave-in conditioner on your hair. So why wouldn't you do it for your lashes, right? Okay. That's on. So we are going to do the Kulfi Badi Lash Mascara now. I'm going to pull it out. I am going to wipe off that spiny tip so I can use it later, which I think is kind of nice because you can get in the corners and kind of stretch and pull those out. So I think that's kind of a good design on the brush. The brush does feel a little cheap and flimsy. Not as cheap and flimsy as some of the other new tubing mascaras have been. So it's pretty much like 1 to 2 coats of mascara. So one eye compared to the other. As you can tell, it gives you really dramatic length and lift. I will say I don't think it's as thick as some of the other or as dramatic as like my favorite, which is the Hourglass mascara, or even the Tarte tubing mascara, the purple one. I believe it's called the Tartelette mascara. Those kind of are the two that I go off of and that are my favorite. This one is nice so far. But as you can see, it's kind of lifting and just straightening my lashes up, which is fine. I have a natural curl, so it's not an issue, but it's almost kind of making them, because there's no thickness, almost tangly. But I wanted you guys to see the difference between one eye and the other. It gives you a lot of length and volume, but I do think I lose a little bit of thickness. I did go in and do a third layer just to try to make them look even on both sides the best I can. It is a nice mascara. I'm not faulting this mascara. It may be one of those, the longer I use it, the better it gets. I did notice I was having some issues with it flaking at the end of the day, which I don't typically have with my other tubing mascaras. I don't know if it's just because it's new or if it is just the way the formula is. Only time will tell if the flaking continues. I think it's a good mascara. I think it definitely deserves to be tried out and checked out. I don't think it will be replacing my top two, which are my Hourglass and my Tarte. I like more thickness, and this is okay. It looks a little better today because I did 3 coats, but I also don't know if I want to be doing 3 coats every single time I put on my tubing mascara. Usually 2 is more than enough. Sometimes 3 is that weird line where it's going to get kind of thick and chunky and could look not as nice. I will say I feel like this is a thinner formula than the others. The others are a little bit thicker. This one's definitely a thinner formula, which you can kind of tell that on the brush that, you know, it doesn't produce or get as much product on the lash at one time. So maybe 3 coats is just the normal rate of coats that you're going to have to do for this particular mascara. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I think it's a good mascara. I would continue to definitely keep using it. I think it kind of falls somewhere in the line of, I would say the Thrive mascara, and then maybe the Hell or High Water from Cali Ray. It's kind of somewhere in between those two, but it's just not beating my number 1 or my number 2. I still think it's a really good mascara, and I am excited to, you know, try all the products from Kulfi. I did also try their liner. Like I said, we're just going to go over it quickly in this video because I'm not going to do a separate video for these products. The liner is the Kajal liner, and this is in the Jamin Glaze color. I'll do a little bit under my lash line here just so you guys can see. It's a really pretty liner. However, I don't think it's as easy or as blendable and as long wearing as the Stila ones. The Stila Stay All Day Smudge and Set waterproof gel liner. I like the Lionfish one. That's my go-to color. So I probably won't be keeping this liner from Kulfi. It's just okay. I'm not crazy about it. Like, it's a good liner, but it's I don't like it as well as the Stila ones. It's just my personal preference. I just think it's kind of okay. I'm not wowed by it. So that's kind of a pass for me. If you are looking for a liner and you don't have the Stila ones, or then this would be fine for you. But if you want the best choice, I would go with the Stila ones. And then the last item I picked up was the staining lip oil. I went with the color First Sorry. There was 2 other colors I was really interested in, which were Sweet and Rose. This is more of a purple one. Normally I wouldn't go with a purple one in spring and summer because I feel like that's more fall. However, this product is really, really good. These are $24, so they come in 9 colors. It has your little flat doe foot there as well. I would definitely try to pick some of these up if you like a lip oil stain gloss kind of situation. I did line my lips with the Kylie lip liner from Posy K, if you guys are curious what I have on the combo. I think this is a really beautiful product, and I would recommend the lip product for sure. And the mascara is okay. Not terrible, not the best, but definitely still a good tubing mascara, and it does come off really easy with warm running water. I will say that it was super easy to remove, just like any other tubing mascara. My only hiccup is I feel like it just doesn't give me the thickness that I want, and I don't want to do 4 and 5 coats of tubing mascara. I just think that's a little excessive and not something I want to be doing every day, but I do think it's a beautiful mascara. If you're someone who thinks that tubing mascara is too thick for you usually, then this would be a really good choice for you. If you're someone who wants more just length and volume and less thickness, then this is definitely going to be a good mascara for you. And then the other 2 that are my favorite may not work for you. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I post a new video every Tuesday, and that description box will always be my Instagram for daily posts. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.